Rhythm and Raj. Hi, it's me. Rhythm and Raj. Talking about music. Rhythm and Raj. Rhythm and Raj. It's Rhythm and Raj. Let's begin. Hello, all you beautiful people out there. Now, the show might look a little bit different today, but it still sounds so sweet. I don't know what that was. Welcome to Rhythm and Raj. I'm obviously your host, Raj. Today, very goofy, I guess. Look, using a different camera program today, trying something out. I needed to save space, okay? The thing I've realized and learned about doing shows like this is that data management is key, and I am not the best at that. Let me tell you. I don't know how to space this all out correctly, and that's like a massive problem for everyone that does a lot of creative stuff. So I know a bunch of you feel me right now. Actually, I feel okay. I brought this up to someone and they told me I was crazy, but I feel like everybody has this problem. Do you feel like you have more pictures and videos than you know what to do with? Like, have you been finding yourself just pictured up for some reason? Like, you got 3 pictures more than every day you've lived in your life, like for no reason, videos and all. Like, I feel like that's not just a me thing. I definitely have deleted so much stuff to make space just to film this, just to be here with y'all for y'all. But also because like it's a good habit, you know, and you don't have to hold on to everything. The memory in the mind is good. And sometimes, you know, Google exists. Just throw it in Google Photos, throw it somewhere else. Don't leave it all in one place. Diversify your life just like you should your portfolio. Anyway, I don't know why I opened with any of this. None of this is what was written down, but we're just going to rock with it. So now I'm going to give you our songs of the week. Oh, almost got the timing there, but it's still pretty. So, by the way, y'all good? I'm good. You straight? Hope everything good. You know, I'm being a bad host right now. My fault, y'all. But I'll save it with this. I'm going to give you this beautiful ass song to start. Now, it may be a little vulgar for some of those out there listening because I know who's watching and I know how some of y'all are with certain types of songs. But hear me out. More by Cherry 22. I love this woman. I don't know another way to say that. Like, if I met this fine woman, I would get on my knees. I would look at her and say, I am not worthy. Take whatever you like. Take from that what you may. But I stand on that. Now, she is an incredible singer. I think she signed to XO, which is like so perfect for what she does creatively. Like, she's a very I don't give a fuck person, and she says what she feels, no matter super positive or negative, or no matter the light it may paint her in, depending on who's watching. She is authentically, hopefully herself. I would hope, if you're saying all this is you, but she is authentic to her vision and her message, no matter what's in front of her. And I don't think any of us will ever be able to slow her down. She is amazing. And I really, 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 truly hope that she becomes like a fucking powerhouse, amazing singer, songwriter, whatever in the future, that everyone can look back and say that they knew and loved, because she's so good. The harmonies on this song are so good. Her vocal performance is amazing. Her writing on the song, let's just keep it a bean, pen to pen. Pen to pen? I don't know a lot of motherfuckers that's writing a better version of this type of song. I don't. She smoked this. She smoked it. It's the perfect energy. I'm a man. I sing this shit at the top of my lungs all the time. Pussy way too good to just ignore. If I knew you would come knocking at my door. What'd she say? Should have never, ever, ever gave you more. Come on, bro. You feel her. You feel her. That's all I'm saying. She was smoking it. Shout out Cherry 22, bro. If I could ever write a song with her, I'm telling you, I'm promoting it like it's a solo single. I'm giving it all the love in the world. I love this woman's music. She is one of my favorites. And I hope she's a cool person. I hope she's awesome. I really do, because it would suck if. But it would make sense if such a bad person made this. You know what? I don't even want to put it out there. Listen to the song. You'll understand what I'm saying. That's More by Cherry 22. So, the next record. I know I like to say, you know, one song with the homies, just the one, so that everybody, you know, you're getting a multiple today. You just are. Shout out to ya. Now, the one you're getting, first at least, is a song I've been yelling about for years. Like I've been waiting and waiting and waiting for this song. Boy, I was on this like Tyrone Biggums on a rock. Okay. This has been on repeat, repeton since it came out. I love this song. It is Boyfriend by Daniel Hicks. I thought I was your boyfriend. Boyfriend. Boy, I heard so many different versions of this song, so many different keys, speeds, sections, with and without harmonies. This shit has been amazing every single time. Like there are certain songs that you just hear a piece of it and you know it's about to be amazing. You know it's about to be nasty. You know it's about to be scintillating, as I like to say. That shit was perfect. It was like it just feels so good. I love that song very much. And it has I don't want to ruin what's at the end of the song if you've never heard it, but boy, I felt like I should be wearing a big white t-shirt and some baggy ass jabots and just boy, I was hitting the moves, boy. You ain't gotta, boy. I was a kid when that shit came out. That song made me feel like I wish I was an adult then, boy. What? In the club on that move? Boom, 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 boom. Dog, it's gas. I love this song. Boyfriend is gas. And I've been yelling about it for years. I hope you get to sit and enjoy it just as much as I do. Shout out to Daniel Hicks. It's one of my brothers for real. And that shit is amazing. Check it out. Now, the last song of the week. Okay, this is going to seem like I chose it because of the last thing I'm going to say, but it's not. I picked it because I like the song. Okay, this is Save Us. Save Us by Deontay Malik. Featuring myself. Look. Hear me out. Don't see how words from them can shake. It's a good song. Okay, this is not just promo. This is real spill. Deontay did his thing. He let me get on there, do my thing. You know, I did the record a couple years ago, and I was really in a very happy space with that song. I thought it was cool. I loved the vibe. I thought it was fun. You know, like it's not the topic itself ain't fun, but like the way that we approached it was really interesting. I like experimenting with melodies and having fun on records, and that he let me do that in this. So shout out to bro. Shout out to this song. Please go check it out. He's again. Local artists, support your local artists, okay? Support the gang, support the friends, support the family, support the people. Because you build your local music economy, man, that's better for you. That's more great stuff coming out because there's more great people around you with the resources to do great things. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying. I ain't gonna harp on it. Check it out. Save Us, Deontay Malik, featuring me. Those are your songs of the week. More by Cherry 22, Boyfriend by Daniel Hicks, and Save Us by Deontay Malik. Please check those out. So, I maybe happen to forget something important. Usher's halftime show. I loved this show. I thought Usher smoked, and I mean this. This man might have smoked the stage greater than any man has ever smoked the stage before. Now, I know motherfuckers gonna say, but Raj, Michael Jackson had the whole stadium doing a standing ovation before I know. We're gonna pretend that didn't happen. I know. Okay? But Usher had white women on roller skates. Sorry, that one fell, so I went to make a joke. But Usher had motherfuckers on roller skates. Usher had niggas doing all types of dance moves I ain't seen in 15, 20 years. Loudly, lively. This man did 15 to 20 seconds of damn near all his greatest hits. Do you understand me? All of them. And he had the longest halftime show in history. And all of it was hits. All of it was banging. There was not a bad moment. I saw motherfuckers mad he didn't do songs. And I'm like, Usher got 30 years of hits. Can't do that all. I thought he covered his bases pretty fine. He even got the, oh my gosh, all for the white folks. Like Usher was in his bag. He closed with, yeah. Like, what? That man is the truth. I hate to say it, but I really think he might have the all time. If he don't have a number one, he got at least top three. Like, come on, bro. Who did better? He smoked the Rolling Stones. Justin Timberlake shouldn't even be a conversation. I love Shakira. he might have done some Shakira a little bit. I ain't gonna hold you. Look, Beyonce, I love Beyonce. It's up there. It's up there. Okay, you might not have the little symbolism shit you like, but this nigga came out in the custom J's, nigga doing it all. He outfit changed every 20 to 30 seconds. This nigga brought her out to air guitar. That shout out to her. I love her, and I don't want to fry her, but she for sure came out faking that. And that's sick as fuck. That's sick. I understand the hustle, but you good enough, baby. Your timing would have been fine. I don't know why they did you like that. I'll let you play live with me anytime. Well, obviously I'll be behind you, but we could be on the same stage, and you can do your thing. Look, I know, but this whole halftime show, right? It made me realize how important to me Usher actually has been. Usher has been like one of the artists that I always listen to. When I was younger, I have Usher's first 4 albums on CD somewhere in the house, and Confessions is damn near worn out. Okay. You know what else is worn out in my house? You remind me of a girl that I once knew. Boy, I put that album through it. I ain't understand none of what he was talking about. I was a kid belting these lyrics, man. Like the way him and Jermaine Dupri made these records, boy, it's sometimes it defines a lot of sonics that you hear in your head without you even realizing. I would have to say thank you and shake the man's hand if I ever, met him, because who could I be without hearing Confessions and Caught Up all the time? Caught Up is one of the most catchy records ever to me. Like I think about that song randomly all the time, because not only is the beat insane, but like writing wise, it's so perfect from syllables to melodies. It's perfect. Everything feels so great. And Usher, of course, putting his motherfucking foot in every vocal performance that ever exists. How could you not love it? How could you not love that man? How could you not? Even in the era where he was making PacSun music, you know what I'm saying? Hollister hits. How could you hate on him? PacSun pop. Well, I can't be mad at dog. Get your bag. Still be great. You're Usher. You're Usher fucking Raymond. And you've done a wonderful job. Shout out to him. I think this was a great halftime performance. Now, that being said, I do think we got to have a small conversation on something, if you don't mind rolling down memory lane with me. Some of y'all have nostalgia bias. Now, recency bias is often discussed as a thing. They say, LeBron's not better than Jordan. Y'all didn't watch back then. You don't understand. And they trying to say, like, the shit we see today can't be as good as then. We just saying it because we see it now. Obviously, I get the concept. But how the fuck does that not also mean that shit you saw in the past could get the exact same treatment? Like, y'all don't realize that when you say it. It's not a very nuanced conversation. It's kind of right there. Like a dude once said to me, nobody will ever out-rap Pac. This is possibly controversial to say. I don't care. Do you know how many niggas have better technical skills than Pac? Have voices that niggas might find cooler than Pac? That doesn't change anything. That doesn't take anything away from him. But come on, bro. Kendrick Lamar, bro. Come on, bro. That's all I'm saying. To Pimp a Butterfly is cooking a lot of shit from then. You could play me Pac albums and I'll say these are great, but To Pimp a Butterfly is right here. I'm just saying. And at this point, that's not a new album. So maybe to some of you, it's a bad point. But let's even get closer. Mr. Morale is smoking a lot of albums from the 90s. It's smoking a lot of albums from the 2000s, 2010s. It's smoking a lot of y'all shit. You may not love every song on that bitch, but it's going crazier rap wise than a lot of shit. And it's hard to admit that, especially with things that aren't set in stone, solidified, right? These are all subjective feelings and opinions that people have. It's hard to compromise on that. It's hard to settle on that, because at no point do you actually have to. At no point do you actually have to. So people get, real deep in their feelings and real aggressive about things and they hold people in high standards and high regards. But you got to be real, man. You got to be a realist. Okay. You'd be stupid to say that there are 100 niggas from the 90s better than him. And that's what they be trying to say, bro. You can't tell me 15 people. You cannot tell me 15 people that rap better than some of the people we have today. Jid is crazy. I'm sorry. Jid is insane. Jid is insane as just a rapper. But people want to say a lot. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. The nostalgia bias is insane. And nostalgia bias exists, you know, in these cases where the Super Bowl shit comes up because motherfuckers want to yell about Michael Jackson and Prince and this and that. And I get it, bro. I absolutely do because they did a great job. But come on, bro. Let Usher have one. I know the Alicia Keys thing might have fucked him up. I forgot to say that. Okay, look. I maybe jinxed Alicia Keys. I maybe tweeted about how great she did every one of her songs in Detroit because she did not fuck up once. Okay. She did a great job. She tore her Little Caesars down. Okay. My boo came on, smoked it. Just hot grease fire, boy. Going stupid. But the Super Bowl came. The Super Bowl came and she maybe chose. She did what she could. She did her absolute best. She was professional. She recovered and she did the rest of it nice. She recovered. But boy, that first note is so. I've been there. Not in the Super fucking Bowl, but I've been there. That where that first note don't come out right, and you just got to stand up for the rest of it. It's a harsh first impression. It's a harsh start. But the fact that she carried herself through that shit, smile and all, kept doing the rest of it okay. I like. Oh, now it doesn't want to do the thing. Audio listeners, sorry. I'm filming this through my iPhone's just regular camera this time instead of a secondary app. And I didn't know that reactions just come up every time. I thought I turned that off, and yet here I am with thumbs ups and shit appearing by my head. It's an awful experience. Just turn it off. I don't know who uses this besides children and old people. Anyway, speaking of the Alicia Keys situation, is anybody else concerned about what is going to happen with our memories and our true nostalgia if they keep editing these things? Oh, what's that? You don't know what I'm talking about? I sound like I'm just high saying nonsense. I'm not. The NFL posted the halftime show and posted Alicia Keys coming out doing My Boo, and where she fucked those first two notes up, they auto-tuned the fuck out of it. They pitch corrected her entire shit. The entire song is corrected. Like we're just not gonna notice. Like we're not supposed to notice. Who chose that? Who said to do that? Who said to do that? They should be fired. I think it's sick. I think it's personally, it genuinely bothers me. If you miss the note and you're in the studio, fix that shit. Re-sing it, tune it, whatever you got to do. You are doing a live performance on national television. Why? Why would you be mad at anything that happens while you're on stage? It happened. It's not like a titty fell out. You ain't get Janet Jackson, okay? Why are we scrubbing shit from the internet? All you did was miss a note. You got Grammys. You got big records. You've done shit bigger than this. You've sold more records than there are viewers at this damn. Actually, never mind. I saw the viewer reports. She hasn't sold more records than that. But you sold enough records to not give a fuck about this. You're a popular enough woman in the zeitgeist to accept this. You fucked up at shows on camera before. That's why they've been making the jokes about her being bad. Whose idea was it to fix this, to scrub this way? I think it's sick because it's scary. What happens in the future when people fuck up or other things happen? You think that's just going to be they're changing notes from a singer at the Super Bowl? Come on, G. Come on, bro. You smarter than that. Not to be one of them putting hoteps, but use your noodle. Do your Googles, okay? It's not hard to figure this out. It starts with things like this. It starts that way, and then it becomes a crazy public event happens, and now they're doctoring the footage. It's a slippery slope. Okay, they change the audio, cover a nigga mouth a little bit in the frame so you can take out what the fuck he just said that everyone hated and swap it with a line that might help him in his campaign. You see what I'm saying? Revisionist history is not a good thing. We should not be able to go back and change things that were caught in the past. We shouldn't. No matter what it was, and it happened live on camera, it happened live on camera in front of everybody. You should accept and live with that. Because that shit happened to you. You chose to go up here knowing anything could happen. Because they didn't get rid of Shorty falling on the stage and busting her ass. That, bro, that is still up. It's still there. You can find it right now. She did a whole story laughing about it. But ALiCiA Keys, miss a note. Swipe it, change it, get rid of it. But I don't know. That's just me personally. Personally, fucks with me. I'm scared of what's going to happen to all of media in the future. It's a little horrifying that we're making adjustments to things that aren't that deep. It was just a note. Live with it. People will forget about it soon, or maybe they won't, because especially now that they know you changed it, people had to go and put up real sound videos. So now it's never going to go away. And you can try all you want, but the internet is forever, man. Internet forever. If somebody knew about it, somebody probably got pictures of it. That's all I'm saying. It just sickens me. Oh, and on another negative note in media, I hate to do this, but Complex got sold again. Complex has been sold to an online shopping company. I'm not even going to say their name or give them the credit for that. I'm sorry. I don't care. I'm just disgusted in the state of music media. You can't critique albums anymore because people get upset. And then when you do critique albums, people seem to critique them in such shitty ways that it's almost like, what are we having this conversation for? What are we even writing this about? Some of them have felt personal. Some of them have felt like you didn't actually listen to the same album as everybody else. Or I don't know, maybe you just have people who dislike a genre writing on things, but that's more Pitchfork's bag. Complex gets sold. I'd imagine it's going to become an advertiser's playground, and the real loving media of the music might start shifting. And that's tough. You know, Complex turned into a content home pretty much around music. And it was nice. It was cool. It was cool in the days of everyday struggle when you had a music show that could propel you to everything else. And you can get a lot of interviews and your magazine's doing great content and you're getting the sneaker stuff going. They got the conferences. They really got in an insane bag for everything. And it's crazy how times have changed. I was thinking about this with Genius and Rob Markman, man. It's like you get this vision, you get this idea, you make it all the way there. And then someone who saw it sees more or shows you more money than you were ever going to make with said idea in your lifetime, or at least in your short term that you can acknowledge. So they jump out of it. They just go, here you go. Boom. Take this. Payroll's too high anyway. I get it. I get that. But it's sick that every time it happens, we end up with some like half-baked version of the content. We end up with some half-ass show. And we just got to accept that and smile with that and be consumers of bad media unwillingly. I refuse, man. I think it's lame. And for all my writer homies, I feel bad because, you know, the industry is tough right now. They cutting jobs left and right. They getting rid of full sections of a media entity that work on certain music or work in certain spaces. Why, I couldn't fucking tell you, but I could. Capitalistic saving money nonsense, but like it doesn't help. It doesn't help what we're actually supposed to be doing. It doesn't help what we're here for. You bought this because it does this thing. Why hurt it? Why remove what made it what it is? If Apple changed their logo tomorrow, yeah, they'd still be Apple, but wouldn't be as good, wouldn't be as recognizable, wouldn't be as nice. They know that shit. If your brand works, you don't fuck it up. You don't fuck with it. Y'all don't seem to understand that. The brands work. Just make better content like you used to with said brands and you work. You abandon your working formula for whatever reason and you turn around and get confused why shit is the way it is and then had to sell it. I don't know. Personally, I that shit bothers the fuck out of me and it's sad. It's so sad, bro. I hate what's happened to print media in general and how the online shift really hurt everybody. But I guess, everybody couldn't successfully become a blog and YouTube channel. So as a person who's also failed at that, I can't say nothing. If, just the major medias be struggling with it too. It is what it is. I hope people figure it out. I hope Complex doesn't get thrown by the wayside. I hope it doesn't become the source. I hope it can really sustain itself and be what we need culturally. I hope they can at least try. At least fucking try. Pretend. Just show me a little bit of care, decency, and desire to improve upon this legendary brand. Don't just let it go. Please, for me. Please. Please, on everything I love. Please. The world needs this stuff more than people realize, man. And it's dying right before your eyes. Or it's being bought by somebody with billions. And they're using it to what? Promote bullshit. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm down here ranting and I need to stop because none of this was the topics for the day. But it's the truth. This is what's happening. I saw it with my eyes earlier and I can't stand it. I cannot stand any of this. And I wish none of us could. Maybe it wouldn't fucking happen. But I don't know anything. I'm just a guy who makes songs and records podcasts in his basement. So maybe I don't know shit about shit. Anyway, with that in mind, I wanted to do this segment earlier, but we're going to sneak this segment in right now near the end so that you and I can try something. And, if you have suggestions, you can go ahead and email me. Hold on, I'm going to slide it out the way. Email me at tarajmix@gmail.com or you can hit me on Instagram at Rhythm and Raj. You can find me on Twitter at DadBodRaj. Come talk to me about what you want to hear on this show, or if you have any segment suggestions, or what your opinion is on this next segment. I still got to make some theme music for it. Maybe by the time you hear it, I have. But I call this our session lessons. Yeah, session lessons. So, number one, this is going to be a segment where I describe, a lesson or two that I've received from some sessions that I had this week, good or bad. I will try not to go too far into them or too hard on them, but, just so you can understand what I mean, maybe apply it to your own sessions, maybe apply it to your own life. Because lots of these things I learn in sessions are about life, not so much just about music or creativity. So the first one I learned, first thing that I got from this week after a couple sessions. Okay. Chip away at it. What do you mean, Taraj? Well, don't give up on things just because they didn't land the first time. A song sometimes needs 30 versions before you get to the one anybody likes. It is what it is, bro. How confident are you? Just get through it. Do what you got to. Chip away at it. It becomes greater every time you touch it. Every day you become greater if you do the work, right? So that should apply to your music too. It can be. Now, know at the same time, second lesson, know when you're doing too much. It is a very key determiner. Sometimes we do too much. Sometimes we step up thinking, this will be easy. I got it. And then you're 15 versions in like, damn. This background, I don't know. I'm going to change it again. It's not doing what I need. And then you're on time 30, like, damn, it's been 2 years. Where'd the time go? You let it go. And you need to set this down. Maybe drop it. I don't know. Something. Just, keep your wits about you. Lesson 3 comes right along with that. Remember to breathe. Remember to fucking breathe, dude. Remember to breathe, whether that's you need to sing a certain note a certain way, you need to rap a little further, or you need to really hunker down and recognize something about yourself, this song or this moment. Breathe. It's okay. It's just a session. It's just music. It's just time. Whether you're paying for it or not, it's time, man. You just got to utilize it the right way. Utilize yourself in those moments the right way. That's another lesson I got from this week. But the very last lesson, the fifth and final lesson that I think is the most important, period. And I was going to save this for another episode, but I'm going to say it right now. Do good business. Do good business. Stop being late to shit. Stop complaining about shit when you get somewhere. Stop avoiding the realities of situations and conversations with your business. You may not be immediately successful. That's okay, bro. Do you have ideas? Do you have the drive? Are you willing? Are you ready? Okay. Don't snake people. Don't fuck around. Just do good business, man. Present yourself like you do, if anything. Stop talking around stuff. Talk directly to it. Be smart. Prove shit to people. Those things. Do good business, man. A lot of people not doing good business. They walk in like they know their business to someone that does know their business, and they go out of their way to embarrass themselves. Whether you realize it or not, sometimes you don't actually know as much as you think you do about the business you're walking into. And if somebody introduces to you a brand new thing, accept it. Try and learn it with them. You know what I'm saying? Walk your way into what? Good business. Stop being weird about it. Stop being weird about stuff. Let the past go. Do better, man. Do better. Be better. Get your paperwork right. Learn about all the parameters. With artists in particular, get your split sheets together. Get your splits right, bro. Who's your publisher? Know your publisher, know theirs. Get their publishing information so that y'all can get to the real money if the song do something, okay? Read your producer contracts the right way so you can, give people splits correctly and not be a douchebag in business. Do good business. Alert somebody when you go to make a change or do something. Communicate. Man, communication could be an entire segment within itself, and one day it may be, but communicate with these people in which you do or with which you do business. I'm not saying that against anyone, but for the last 6 years of my creative life, good business is hard to come by. And people make a lot of mistakes because they don't know stuff. They are ignorant to things, and that's okay. But now that I've just presented this thought to you, I hope that you can look up and get your stuff together. There's too many podcasts. There's too many books. There's too many YouTube videos. There's too many interviews from your favorite artists. There's too many sob stories from your favorite artists and artists you don't even like. There's too many bad deals. There's too many of these things. There's too many people doing shit openly, independently for you to not know how parts of your business should operate. Be better. Do better. I believe in you. I believe you can be that great. Do you believe yourself? Do good business. And if you're a bad person, don't do business at all. Get out. Get out. Get the hell out. Anyway, that's my session lesson for y'all. Glad we're on the same page. It's been a week, man. It's been a couple years, man. It's been interesting. And I'm excited to try and express different lessons that I take from these sessions to y'all, because again, many of them can apply to things in life, like do good business, be a good person. What? That's easy. Well, being a good person itself isn't easy, but you get what I'm saying. The parallels themselves are easy. Just take them, apply them to the life in which you want to lead, and you'll grow better. Lead the life you want. Anyway, that in mind, I'm going to end this with something beautiful, something I enjoy. Okay. And that is new music, baby. I wish I could play it right now, but I can't. I need you to play it. Okay. I am dropping an EP. Another one. I love it. Yes. Another EP. It's called 27. Now you'll remember a couple of years ago. Well, maybe you'll remember it, but if you're new, because there's a lot of new people here. Hi. A couple of years ago, I dropped an EP called 25, obviously on my 25th birthday. I use these projects as milestones for my ear, not so much thematic pieces. It is just, oh, here is an advancement in the sound that I do. Boom, it's a timestamp. The last one was all R&B, so this one will be all R&B because I think that is a fun thing to do. Different styles of it, different forms, you know, expressing myself to the best of my ability with those. Because on this one, there's actual deep songs and fun songs and sex songs. Because I just dropped one, no rush. But it's got a real variety, like Distance. I love that song and what it's about. It's a real serious record, and it feels like you've been through stuff. You know, it's a good song. I love Dusa. It's fun, and I got to make that off a joke with my friend Jason. Like that's I could have never asked for more fun than that. That's really the type of stuff I wanted. Magic Spell is another song where I just experimented. Again, I was talking to Jason when I made it, and you know, he just encouraged the idea. We just jumped through it, and I love that. And I used to never do that, but now at 27, I can really jump in and like enjoy the things that I do and not feel so angsty about it. Not feel so weird about singing around people or writing with other people. I can actively, comfortably be me in all ways, no matter the subject, no matter the genre, no matter the form. And 27 is a bit of an homage to that, you know? Doesn't end on a happy note. Starts on one. Doesn't end on a happy note. That's intentional. You know, 26 wasn't a great life year for me, man. 26 was rough. Like, there's a lot of, because of where I'm at, I can't say I would take everything back, because then I wouldn't be the person that I am doing the things that I am doing, and I don't know what I would be. But of the things that I don't like, I don't want to see them again, and I don't want to feel them again, and I don't think that anyone should. You know what I mean? And it was real sour. So I came to the best of my ability, you know, without kind of ruining the fun of the project, the theme of the project, kind of giving you a slight sour note, you know, something to really express where I'm at in a feeling per se, you know, whether or not the story and the lyrics and the whatever are super, super relevant to life. I'll let you decide. I don't really have the energy to care and break it down right now, but it just felt like the right closer. It felt like the right place to go. And, you know, we had 3 versions of this EP, and this ended up winning. And I think it will feel right. It will feel nice, and it will feel exactly like, not exactly like 25, but exactly like what I wish I could just do all the time. Like, that energy is fun. And I hope you get to enjoy the different feelings of the different vibes just as much as I did when I was making them. So 27, an EP by Taraj. I hope I put it on the screen where my hand is. You feel me? But thank you so much for just listening to me talk nonsense. Sorry about the late release. I definitely did not plan life around the ability to do a pod this time. I should have, but I just didn't. And sometimes that's going to happen. There's going to be weeks, there's going to be months where I run into some issues trying to get the pod done because other life stuff got in the way. I'm going to try and work around it, absolutely. But I can tell you right now that you're just going to have to bear with me until I can find like a real proper personal schedule. It's not easy. My jobs shift around all the time. You know, when they're consistent, they're not consistent by daytime, none of that. It's that you will work. That's the only constant. So when shit shifts, when shit changes, roll with me, baby, please. And thank you. I appreciate you if you can. If you can't, I understand. I'll never be mad at you for being your motherfucking self. That's the only thing I've ever asked you to be. Please stay beautiful. It's February, so if you can, stay black. Love y'all very much. Much peace. Much love. Take care. Bye. Rhythm and Raj. Hi, it's me. Rhythm and Raj. Talking about music. Rhythm and Raj. Rhythm and Raj. It's Rhythm and Raj.